So this is the Leetcode weekly contest 327. So this is the problem number A for that. In this problem, what is happening is we just need to find the total negative numbers in the array and total positive numbers in the array, and just we need to return the maximum of these both these numbers. So this is just all about this question. So coming on to the next question, that is this one. So in this, what is happening is we are having a starting score of 0, and we what we can do is in one operation we can choose any index I from 0 to the length of that array, and increase our score by adding that element present at that index to the score. So then we need to replace that element at that index by seal of that element by 3. So we need to find the maximum possible score we can attain by applying exactly k operations. So what we can do is we can just take a set or a priority queue. So let's suppose we are taking a multi-set. So in this, what we are doing is we are just adding. We are having the multi-set with the first character as the greatest of all the numbers by adding a comparator of greater int. So what we will be doing is we will add all these numbers, that is 10, like in the first example all the tens are added, uh, and like in the like take suppose example number 2. So in the example number 2 the uh, five elements will be added to the multi-set, and the first most character of the set will be 10, that is the greatest number. So what we will do is we will just take out that number, that is we will erase that number from the set, and now the array will now the set will only contain 1333. So we will add 10 to our score, that is the number we have taken out, and then we will reduce that number by dividing it by 3 and taking the seal of that, and then we will again insert it to the multi-set, and we will do these operations like k times, and then we will be finally returning the value of the score. So this is all about the problem number 2. It is a very straightforward problem. So now coming on to the problem number 3. So in this problem, what we are given is we are given with the two strings, that is one word 1 and word 2. So we need to uh, what we can do is we have to exactly make one move and report that whether we can make the number of distinct characters in the word 1 and the number of distinct characters in the word 2 string equal or not. So if we can make them equal, then we need to return true, else we need to return false. So what we can do in this problem is like we can make two frequency arrays like f1 and f2. So in each of them we will be having like at 0 index we are having a b c till we are having z, and in that array we will be storing the frequency of all these numbers. This is the frequency for word 1 string, word 1, and this will be the frequency of characters for word 2 strings. So here also same a we are storing the frequency of a to z. So like now what we will be doing is we will just having one loop, that is for I from 0 to 25. So in this loop we are having another loop, that is for j 0 to 25. So what these loops are defining is I will be defining the there will be two arrays like f1 and f2, both are having 25 elements, that is the frequency of each character. So I will be defining the f1, and j will be for f2. So like if I is equals to 0, then we are standing on the first character, that is a in f1, and j, like suppose if j is 3, then we are standing at character number d in f2. So in this we will be first checking that if frequency of both that is f1 of I should be greater than 0 and f2 of j should be greater than 0. Then what we need to do is we will just subtract this, like f1 of I minus minus f2 of j minus minus, because we need to swap these elements. Like what we are doing is we are swapping this, the one of the character which is a in word 1 with another character which is d in word 2. So we are like doing a brute force technique. So we are subtracting this, and what we are doing is f1 of j we need to plus plus because we are swapping the elements na? And f2 of I plus plus. That's all we need to do, and then we are having another loop from 0 to 25, which will be calculating the number of distinct characters in f in word 1 and word 2 after this operation. That is exactly one move. Then we will again turn the array back to what it was initially, that is f1 I plus plus f2 j plus plus f1 j uh, actually here we need to do plus plus f1 j minus minus f2 j f2 I minus minus. And if at any point we are having the both the arrays both the numbers both the number of distinct characters in the word 1 and word 2 string equal, then we will be returning true, else after coming out of these loops we will be returning false. So that's all for this question. Now coming on to the problem number 4 of this contest. So in this problem what is happening is, like, suppose this is from here we are like initially we are sending here, we are going here and picking up the old things. This is the bridge, then we are returning to the bridge, and then we are returning here and then putting here, then again the workers are going here. So like this is what happening this is what happening is here. So we can easily use the priority queue here, or set, or anything else we can use. So initially what we are having is we will be having a one priority queue in which according to this condition we will store the numbers, and then what we will be doing is we will having another queue, that is waiting queue. We will pick out one of the topmost element with the highest priority according to this like what you say, this condition. So we will pick out that element and add it to the waiting queue. So now we will check if there no if there is no one at bridge, then we will just take this and pass the bridge, and then he will put in another queue where he will put the where he will take the old ones, and here another queue as waiting queue where we will add this to waiting queue. After picking up the old, it will come to the waiting queue, and if there is no one, then we will come back and put this here, and again goes to this queue. So we just need to simulate this process and nothing else. So priority we have to use the priority queue and simulate as it is as what have said here. So problem is not much tough, but we just need to simulate the process which is given here. That is only we need to do in this problem. So thank you.